Hello, welcome back to the Olden Shot. Today, after the series I did about crap cameras, I've decided to come back with my top 5 examples of what I jokingly called crap cameras, because they're not crap, but it's basically plastic zoom compacts from the 80s, 90s and very early 2000s. In number 5, it's horrible to look at. It's a Chinon Auto 3501. I put this as number 5 quite simply because of the way it exceeded my expectations. When this was made, the name Chinon was owned by Dixon's, and this was obviously made for the Dixon's Stores Group. But back in a time where they had their reputation to think about for producing low cost but good quality, and the image quality from this camera surprised me quite a lot. The features are quite limited. It's a 35 to 70mm zoom camera. There's very little in the way of controls. It's fully automatic, auto load, auto wind on, auto rewind. It rewinds totally back into the cassette. And you've got a shutter button, you've got an on-off switch, you've got a self-timer button, and you've got your zoom toggle, and that's about it really. But the image quality from this far exceeded my expectations, and I'll show you a couple of example photos from this. In 4th place, it's another not very attractive camera. It's the Konica Z-up 70 zoom compact. It has a 35 to 70mm zoom lens, limited controls. It's got your shutter button, it's got your power button, it's got a mode button where you can switch between red eye reduction, forced flash, self-timer, night portrait, flash off, exposure compensation, which is 1.5 stops for backlit subjects, and it's got an infinity mode for shooting through windows, etc. It's small, it's not very attractive, but even when I looked at the results from the first film I put through this camera, it's very, very good. It's not a lens that flares badly or anything like that, and again, it's auto load, auto wind on, auto rewind, and it rewinds back into the cassette. So that's the Konica Z-up 70 in 4th position, and here's a couple of example photographs. In 3rd position, it's another Konica Z-up. It's the 115E. A bit more to it than the last one. This has a 38mm to 115mm zoom lens. Same sort of modes: red eye reduction, force flash, self timer, night portrait, flash off, 1.5 stops exposure compensation and infinity. The power button's on the back, zoom toggle is there. It has diopter adjustment for the viewfinder on there. The image quality from this was very good also. The zoom, I think it's not a seamless zoom. If you try to jump forward, I think it's got 5 fixed zoom settings, but that should cover just about everything you want it to. So the Konica Z-up 115E. Here's a couple of photographs that I've taken with this camera. In second place, the Pentax Espio 140, which has the longest zoom lens of these zoom compacts that I've got. It's a 38 to 140mm zoom lens. It has a little bit more in the way of controls. It's got 4 buttons on the front, on the top. You've got a red eye reduction button. You've got your flash button for switching between the various modes. It's got an AF button, which I think you can change your autofocus area that it focuses on. I've not really explored that. And it's got a self timer button. It also has a switch for panorama, which really just closes some curtains inside and crops your film. If I can show you here. As you can see, there's a blind at the top and bottom there. It also crops in the viewfinder, so you can tell what you're actually lining up. And again, it has diopter adjustment on the viewfinder. This was very close to being the top camera. There's not much difference in the quality between this and the top one. So here's a few photographs from this one. So this is my favourite zoom compact that I have, which is the Nikon Zoom 600 AF. It has a 38 to 110mm zoom lens with a sort of macro function, but it's not true macro. It just means you can focus a bit closer. The controls, again, fairly limited. You got your power button, you got infinity stroke flash button, you got red eye stroke self timer button. So a bit different in the way that they've grouped the functions on that. You got your shutter release and your zoom. It's not a toggle, it's a rocker switch. In use I found the camera easy, the viewfinder is quite good, and probably the best non-flaring lens performance I've ever seen out of a Zoom compact. You can point this in any direction and it's very resistant to lens flare, and of course it has diopter adjustment for the viewfinder. It's same as all of the ones I've shown you: auto wind on, auto load, auto wind on and auto rewind, and it rewinds totally into the cassette like all the others. Here's some photographs from this one, which it just has the edge over the Pentax Espio. Let's have a look at them. All these cameras featured in the series are jokingly called crap cameras. Plastic zoom compacts from the 80s, 90s and early 2000s. I called it that because that's the way they're referred to on a lot of these photography forums and social media groups. But the fact is, they're very useful cameras. They record with the minimum fuss some great scenes. There's not a lot to get between you and the photograph that you want, and they're all highly recommended. And the best part of it is they're not terribly expensive. The prices you would pay for a decent, good condition Zoom compact, I wouldn't expect any of these cameras to cost you more than £30 to £40, and some of them are actually just over £10. So if you like these sort of cameras, have a look on there. Great as a backup to a more serious camera, or great for starting out in film. Just to get all the advantages of film, the look and feel of the photographs, without having to worry about f-stops and shutter speeds, etc. So that's it. The old shot crap camera of the year, I suppose. I might do another one for my SLR cameras, but that's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye.